What's up, friends? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally, and I mean literally, does not work. Man, I got so much stuff that's going on. I'm just like, it's all day long. From the time I get up in the morning till I go to bed at night, I am busy. And we're going to be live streaming in about 30 minutes following my main man, DMV. His high school team plays tonight. They kicked ass and took some names last week. We actually live streamed the game last Saturday night. We're going to live stream starting at 7 o'clock Eastern as Hayfield takes on Marshall High School. And hopefully they'll get another victory and they'll be able to make it to regionals in this shortened COVID season. It's only a 6-game season, but be that as it may. That's why he won't be in the studio tonight. Best of luck to him, and we'll be following along with that. So, with that being said, time is running out for the franchise tag. 4 o'clock Tuesday is the last moment that you can tag somebody. And as of yet, the Cowboys have not tagged Dak Prescott and have not gotten a long-term deal. So let's explain everything, all the workings of this. The Cowboys and Dak, if they do not get a deal done by Tuesday at 4 o'clock, if they plan on holding on to Dak Prescott's rights, they must franchise tag him before that 4 o'clock deadline. If they don't, now there's 2 tags that they can use. They can use the transitional tag, which they're not. They can use the franchise tag, and it can be exclusive or non-exclusive. Exclusive means he's our guy. We're going to pay him a minimum of $37.7 million. The non-exclusive means other teams could go ahead and, make an offer for him, and you have 6 days to decide if you're going to match it or not. Now, the team that makes another offer to him could be as high as 2 number ones as compensation back to the Cowboys. So if the Cowboys are thinking that nobody wants him or anything else, or he wants too much money, they could do the non-exclusive tag. Ain't gonna happen. Now, what happens if the Cowboys don't get the deal done or franchise tag him? Well, that means come the 15th of March, the Cowboys, you don't have any control over who he negotiates a deal with. And you don't have the opportunity to say, okay, we're going to renegotiate. He is truly a free agent that would be able to sign with anybody. I don't think the Cowboys want that to happen. But then again, I could be wrong. They did with Amari Cooper this time last year. They let him actually test free agency, in which case he actually went for a visit with the Washington football team. They offered him more money, but he took less to come back to Dallas. So the Cowboys could try that one too and say, Dak, you know what? What you're asking for is too much. I tell you what, you go out there, you go ahead, find a deal, and we'll beat it. How about that? You get your best deal, and we'll beat it by $2 million or something. They could conceivably try and do that. Okay. If they don't get the deal done by Tuesday and they franchise tag him, does that mean that they can't negotiate anymore? He's stuck on the franchise tag? No, not at all. What that does for the team is it gives them some more time to try and work this thing out. They would have until July 15th to get a long-term deal. You'll remember last July 15th, the last few minutes, they were actually getting close to signing the deal, but the clock ran out. They literally ran out of time. And I'm beginning to feel like Jerry Jones is kind of like I was in school. When I was in school, I know that I got a report that's due in 2 weeks. Okay, it's due in 2 weeks. I got 2 weeks to do it. I ain't going to work on today. Come tomorrow. You got 13 days. Okay, I got 13 days. I ain't working on it today. And come to last night. Holy shit, I got a report due tomorrow. I got to get this thing done. So now I'm trying to rush around and get this thing done, and it ain't working. Bro, that's why I didn't do good in school, because I waited till the last minute to try and do everything. And that's what happened with the Dallas Cowboys. That's what happened with Zeke Elliott. Zeke Elliott held out. They thought, Zeke who? Oh, we don't need no Zeke Elliott. Okay, until you found out we need Zeke Elliott. Yeah, in which case you made him the highest paid running back in the history of the NFL. And you kind of look back and say, it might have been nicer if we'd had a little more time to work on that and really think about it before we did it. So, as some people will say, deadlines get deals done. Now, here's where it's interesting. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Guess I don't have it. Oh, here we go. Let's see if you guys can hear this. Oh, it helps to turn the volume.
Anywhere, and that is Dak Prescott, but it remains to be seen. Does he get the long-term extension that he has wanted, or do the Cowboys have to franchise tag him and simply deal with it at another point? Here's my understanding of where things stand between the Cowboys and Dak Prescott. Things are positive. They're having conversations. There's been some progress. All of that is very good. I don't think that's exactly groundbreaking, except it really wasn't at this point last year at all. If the Cowboys have to tag him, they can. Wouldn't be ideal, but certainly they can make it work. But at least things have headed in a positive direction. We, of course, will be keeping our eye on this. Another big name we'll be watching, Kenny Golladay.
Okay. I can turn that deck down now. Okay, so that's where we stand right now with the Dak Prescott contract negotiations. They've made some progress. They're not completely there, so on. Now, here's where it's funny, because I was looking at here's another article from Yardbarker, Matt Johnson. Dak Prescott and Cowboys reportedly not close on a long-term deal. So, depending on who you believe, I will say, I personally believe, since we have not heard anything from Jerry Jones or Stephen Jones or anybody from the Cowboys organization saying that Dak Prescott's demands are outrageous, because here's what we heard from DeMarcus Lawrence's side standpoint, and this was on March 26th. They basically said, "Oh, the sides are far away. It's just not happening." And come April 5th, the deal was done. So they were talking about how bad it was and negotiating, and it just looks ugly. You're always a long ways apart until you come together at the end and say, okay, let me move somewhere closer to you. You can move closer to me, and you get the deal worked out. I think that they'll get this thing done. It's just a matter of when and what the final number will be. It'll be nice to finally have this thing settled, because the ultimate thing is one way or the other, they can get Dak's deal done before the season starts. Unless the NFL ends up finding out they're going to have a whole boatload of money because of the new television contract and everything else in the CBA, it'll hamstring the Cowboys' ability to make a lot of moves in free agency. And ultimately, I think they have to make some real moves in free agency. So, guys, I'm going to finish up with that right here, and I will see you guys in our live stream. I'm Mark Holmes. I hope you're having a great day. See ya.